Spoiler warning, you should complete Legend of Legaia before watching this video, otherwise you will be spoiled. Welcome to a Legend of Legaia lore video. Today's subject is a miscreant monk that many Legaia fans love to hate, Songi. In a post-apocalyptic world where humans have come close to dying out from the merciless attacks of crazed creatures known as Seru, Songi is distinct in being one of the only humans who does not fear the Seru after the mist has driven them mad. With an insatiable desire to be the strongest, he views Seru as a convenient tool to increase his own power. When the mist covered the world of Legaia at Songi's young age of 9 years old, his parents were killed by the frenzied Seru. He was able to escape death and found refuge in Byron Monastery, a holy temple where monks that had renounced the use of Seru long before the arrival of the mist spent their days training mind and body. Within the monastery, he was raised as a pupil of its leader, Master Zapu, and found a mother figure in a woman named Maya, a native of the coastal village Rim Elm, where she had left behind a daughter of her own. It was at the monastery that Songi developed a close friendship with another boy named Gala. Just a year younger than Songi and also orphaned due to the murder of his parents by Seru, Gala and Songi had a lot in common, even sharing many similarities in appearance. Songi quickly showed an aptitude for martial arts, and as early as the age of 17 he achieved a higher ranking than all but a couple of Byron's warrior monks. This ranking allowed him to grow his hair as he pleased and wear attire of his preference to separate him from Byron's trainees. The only other monk who rivaled Songi was his best friend Gala, who at 16 years of age achieved a higher rank than most of the other monks as well. Yet Songi was still Gala's physical superior, being much stronger and a more naturally gifted fighter. This natural fighting talent and genetic advantage over Byron's other warrior monks, Gala included, eventually influenced Songi to barely put any effort into his training, and although he was considered to be gentle and obedient, he did not take Byron's teachings to heart if they did not have to do with increasing his strength. Although Byron taught that power is love, Songi believed that power itself was all that mattered, going so far as to secretly show off to Gala a fighting technique forbidden by the monastery, the dangerous hyperwave. Though Gala did not quite possess the level of physical strength and talent that Songi was gifted with, he also lacked Songi's vanity and was filled with a higher level of spiritual strength, taking all of Byron's teachings to heart, not just the aspects of fighting. The other monks took note of Gala's level of discipline and reverence to Byron's teachings, of course also noticing Songi's lackadaisical approach to such things. Because of this, they expected Gala to beat Songi in the Transmigration Festival's ritual tournament that took place 8 years after the mist appeared. Knowing that the other warrior monks favored Gala over himself in the tournament, and perhaps doubtful that he was still superior due to Gala's constant training, Songi schemed to give himself an unfair advantage. Just before their bout, Songi told Gala that he was afraid of losing, and took a Fury Boost pill to help him fight better, as Fury Boosts increase one's agility. Pretending to feel guilty, he handed Gala a Fury Boost pill with jiggle grass hidden inside of it, an herb that is taken to relieve headaches but produces the unfortunate side effect of numbing the entire body. Gala took the pill and was thrashed by Songi mere seconds after the start of their fight, as the numbing effect of the jiggle grass kicked in. Byron's warrior monks were shocked at how easily Gala was defeated, yet Songi felt pleased with his victory, gloating that he was the winner. His pleasure was short-lived, however, as one of the women in the monastery told Songi that she informed Gala of his plan before the tournament started, and that Gala told her not to worry because Songi was his best friend. Instead of feeling remorse for his deed, Songi believed that Gala was being arrogant, and tried to make a fool out of him by purposely losing. At that moment, Songi considered their friendship over, and vowed that Gala would never get away with it. The incident at the ritual tournament was followed just 1 year later by Gala achieving the monastery's coveted title of Master Teacher, and by the time Songi and Gala were 19 and 18 years of age respectively, rumors among the warrior monks once again sprouted that Gala was the strongest there, with Songi at number 2. This caused Songi's grudge against Gala to strengthen further. Obsessed with once again becoming the clear superior of the two, Songi started constantly studying Gala, and some of the more keen observers in the monastery grew to notice Songi's resentment toward him. One fateful day, 10 years after the mist appeared, Songi was witness to the arrival of 2 children who were able to travel through the mist due to the power of their Ra Seru. These were special Seru that not only granted their hosts great strength and magical abilities, but more importantly had the benefit of being especially resistant to the maddening effect that the mist caused normal Seru. Songi had heard a legend that told of the Ra Seru's existence within Genesis trees, but learning that the Ra Seru were real, he saw a convenient shortcut to becoming the strongest once again, as well as a way of getting his revenge for Gala humiliating him. Songi needed a Ra Seru of his own, and even told the Ra Seru wearers Vaughn and Noah to give him an extra Ra Seru if they had one. This was said without the presence of other warrior monks, of course, as Byron Monastery's most strict law forbade the wearing of Seru, Ra Seru or otherwise. Songi's opportunity to have his own Ra Seru came quicker than he could imagine. That night, when the Ra Seru wearers agreed to revive the 2 Genesis trees and the vase forests north of the monastery, Songi was able to convince Master Zabu to let him go to East Vase Forest, with the explanation that he would find and protect the Genesis tree until the Ra Seru wearers and Gala made their way from West Vase. The next day, upon Master Zabu's wish for Byron to bless Songi on his journey, Songi departed to East Vase Forest leading 3 warrior monk companions. Songi had no Seru of his own, and was thus susceptible to Seru possession on his journey to the Genesis tree. But with his exceptional fighting skill, physical strength, and the assistance of 3 warrior monks, Songi made it through Seru-infested plains and forest unharmed. Hidden in the deepest part of the forest, he found the Genesis Tree of Legend, but he also found much more, things that would change his life immensely. Having obtained a Seru of his own, Songi returned to Byron Monastery, leading an assault that destroyed its gates and the fans in the floor that were used to blow the mist away. These barriers now gone, the Seru began to overwhelm the monastery, with Songi at the forefront. Songi headed to the main reception room where many warrior monks were gathered, and used the forbidden hyperwave technique to murder the lot of them, creating a large fissure in the wall behind a mass of corpses left in its wake. The murder of the warrior monks he grew up with was merely a way to anger Gala into chasing after him, and after the assault he returned to East Vase Forest Genesis Tree to await Gala's arrival. Songi awaited atop a mountain overlooking the Genesis Tree as Gala approached with Vaughn and Noah, announcing his presence and showing off his acrobatics while jumping to the ground in front of them. He belittled Gala for his predictability in coming after him, and revealed that he had put on a Seru which gave him energy and power that made him outclass Gala in every possible way. Convinced that Songi was being possessed by his Seru, Gala challenged him to a fight, but Songi quickly pummeled him to the ground and defeated him in seconds thanks to the power of his Seru. He decided to summon a couple Seru to finish Gala and the others off, but Gala was saved thanks to the power of Vaughn and Noah with their Ra Seru. Songi taunted Gala that he was the weakling of the group, and told him that they should play again if he could manage to stay alive, not wanting to kill Gala just yet. Songi ascended the mountain and ran off, letting them revive the Genesis Tree. Behind the scenes, Songi allied himself with the henchmen of the mist that brought humanity to the brink of destruction. Knowing that the Ra Seru wearers would be coming with Gala to Drake Kingdom's mist generator in order to destroy it, he waited for them in the first basement level of the fortress containing it. When they finally arrived, Songi revealed himself again and humorously entertained Gala's challenge for them to fight. But thanks to Gala's new Ra Seru from the egg he found in West Vase Forest, Songi was unable to beat him like before. Instead of being angry, Songi showed his pleasure at having a strong rival, and called their fight a draw before tipping him off that the lord of the castle, Zeto, was waiting for them in front of the mist generator, and yet again running away. Knowing that they would be on the lookout for more Genesis trees, Songi went to the northern Sebicus region, where another mist generator blanketed the islands with mist. Sensing a Genesis tree on top of Mount Latona to the east of the northern city of Ratayu, Songi covered the tree in a force field and waited for Gala and the others to come revive it. His expectation was confirmed as the trio made it to the Genesis tree, and he confidently made a bargain with them that he would deactivate the force field if they beat him in a 3-on-1 battle. Songi's power increased from before, as his Seru had grown stronger from the thicker mist in the islands. Enabling him to transform, Songi's Seru grew to cover his entire right arm, and his skin and hair became a sickly gray and white color. Songi was now able to attack with much larger and more powerful energy blasts, and could create large earthquakes by shattering the ground with his fist. But the raw Seru wearers had grown stronger too, having revived another Genesis tree in the town of Jeremy, and so Songi was defeated by the combined forces of Vaughn, Noah, and Gala. He admitted defeat and deactivated the force field, telling them to revive the Genesis tree, and encouraged them to make their raw Seru stronger before fleeing down the mountainside. Songi was not yet powerful enough to defeat Gala and the others by himself, but that would not stop him from scheming to get rid of them. He made his way to Callisto Kingdom in the east, the continent that was the birthplace of the mist. Here the mist was even thicker than before, and the longer his Seru was covered in it, the stronger he became once again. He returned to the henchmen of the mist that had the continent under their control, working to gain their trust of him as an ally, and receiving more Simseru of his own to use as he saw fit. From here, Songi decided that rather than confronting the raw Seru wearers directly, he would use others to do the job for him. His first opportunity came when he witnessed a battle between an old Solian warrior named Gaza and the raw Seru wearers on top of Sol Tower's observatory. The old man wished to prevent them from reviving the Genesis tree and getting rid of the mist, as he would no longer be able to kill Seru monsters in the lower levels to satiate his lust for revenge against the Seru for killing his son and grandchildren. This fury and bloodlust could be used to Songi's advantage, and so he arrived through a portal atop a floating Seru, announcing his arrival to the others. Songi criticized Gala for trying to murder the warrior just because he was eccentric, and promised to heal his wounds, as he had taken a liking to him after all. Using his Seru powers, he levitated the wounded Gaza in the air and disappeared through another portal. Songi healed the old man as promised, but also received a custom-made Simseru for him from the henchmen of the mist. This Simseru would make Gaza much stronger, and allow him to continue practicing his swordsmanship, and so Gaza agreed to wear the Seru and kill the raw Seru wearers who would try to stop him. Songi was pleased with this and brought Gaza with him to the basement of Sol Tower, where the Genesis tree seedling was to be planted by Gala and his friends. Commanding the custom Simseru to fuse with Gaza, who submitted willingly, Songi bid his farewell as he was too busy to watch their battle. He left the scene assured that Gaza's new power would finish them off for good. Songi remained busy working his way further into the inner circle of the Mist henchmen, and showing that he was one who could be trusted. When news of the Genesis tree's revival in Sol Tower reached the Lord of the Floating Castle, Zora, Songi was right there to hear it, and knew that Gaza had failed in killing Gala and the others. But he also knew that they would seek out the Floating Castle, and it was there that they would be destroyed. Songi awaited the arrival of Gala and the others inside the Floating Castle, and remained hidden after they arrived. Witnessing Zora lose the battle against them, he had planned to stay in the shadows. That is, until Zora revealed a vital secret to them, that raw Seru and raw Seru eggs were used to create mist generators. Annoyed at Zora's loose lips, he entered the chamber with the mist generator and destroyed it himself. The raw Seru wearers and a wounded Zora followed him inside, where he told them that the Floating Castle and Zora were just bait to lure in and kill them. He explained that the mist generator inside the castle was highly ineffective due to using most of its energy to float, and once the mist generator was destroyed, they would enjoy a rapid descent to the surface where they would crash and die in the wreckage. Zora was in disbelief that the leader of the mist, Court, used her, as he told her before that he loved her. Songi responded by mercilessly destroying her with an energy blast, and stating that Court told him personally that he hates pesky and bossy women like her even more. Riding a floating Seru, he refused to tell Gala and the others the location of the real mist generator in Callisto Kingdom, and disappeared, convinced that Gala and the others were done for this time. Gala and the others were able to survive the Floating Castle's descent thanks to help from the Flying Soaring tribe, who lifted them to safety. Songi had no intention of helping the remaining henchmen of the mist, staying out of the way as Gala and the others defeated the Absolute Fortress Guardians and destroyed its ultimate mist generator. It would seem that the stronger Songi's Seru became, the more influence it had over Songi's thoughts and emotions. The human world of Legaia no longer concerned Songi, who now had much greater ambitions for power. As a final gift for Gala and the other Raseru wearers, he attacked the village of Rim Elm and led the evil Simseru Juggernaut to it, who had fused with the leader of the Mist Henchmen, Court. After Juggernaut fused its body with the village and its citizens, Songi revealed his ultimate goal: conquering the realm of the Seru themselves. He would absorb all of the power contained in the heart of the Seru realm, Nawaru Valley, into his own Seru, and become a god. Songi teleported to Nawaru Valley and used a special Simseru to start draining the life force of its Great Genesis Tree and transfer it into his body. If the Great Genesis Tree were to die, the Raw Seru would die with it, as well as the entire Seru realm. Songi was confronted by Gala and the others, who followed him by calling upon the power of the god Teague. He revealed the nature of his Seru, stating that it started as a Raw Seru egg that lost its power, and was turned into a Simseru by Court. The fact that his Seru started out as a Raw Seru enabled Songi to reach the Seru Kai. Songi told them that once all of the Great Genesis Tree's power was his, the Seru Kai would die, and that he, not Court, would have the power to rule over everything. He then used the power he absorbed from the Great Genesis Tree to transform into a grotesque monster and attacked the trio for a final confrontation. Songi was defeated, and upon his defeat his Seru was so badly damaged that it separated from his body and died. As the Seru Kai is a realm intolerant of the presence of normal humans, Songi's skin turned gray and his entire body writhed in pain. Although he begged Gala for help, Gala's Seru Ozma stated that there was nothing they could do. Songi cursed the Seru for the weakness and uselessness, and Songi's body soon after shattered into pieces. Ironically, the initially Seru-obsessed Songi died hating the Seru, while Gala hated the Seru at first, but eventually grew to develop a close bond with them. It was said by the Prophet Hari that Songi was Gala's alter ego, and it makes one wonder what could have happened if Songi had joined Vaughn and Noah in West Vaz Forest, and Gala were the one to find Songi's hybrid Raw Sim Seru. Could Songi have had a bright future if he made a few different choices? That will cover it for this lore video about Songi. What did you think of him as a character and a villain? What should my next lore video be about? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching. Until next time.